Good afternoon, I'm Dana Tyler. This is a CBS2 update. This afternoon, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, is being mourned around the world. The legendary singer died of pancreatic cancer at her home in Detroit. She was surrounded by her family. Aretha Franklin was 76 years old. Here's CBS2's Jerika Duncan with a look at this fabulous entertainer's life and career.
You're no good, heartbreaker.
She sang and lived with soul and style.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me.
The daughter of a Baptist preacher, young Aretha got her start in the church choir. She became a single mother in her teens, but she never stopped pursuing her dream. By the 1960s, she was known as the Queen of Soul. Her biggest hit, Respect, became an anthem of the civil rights and women's movements. Franklin won 2 Grammys for the song and an honorary award from Martin Luther King Jr. A string of hits followed in the 60s and 70s. Franklin recorded more than 40 top 40 singles. And collected 18 Grammy Awards for her signature mix of gospel, blues, rock, and pop.
Just hopefully, I touch someone in a positive way.
In 1987, she became the first female artist inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But she faced a lot of heartache in her personal life. Her father was shot during a robbery and later died. Her 2 marriages ended in divorce, but she raised 4 sons, and she remained an exuberant presence on stage. In later years, the honors rolled in, a Presidential Medal of Freedom and a featured role at President Obama's inauguration. She stole the spotlight at the 2014 premiere for the movie Selma. But in 2017, she appeared frail, singing for Elton John's AIDS Foundation. At that point, she had already announced it would be her final year performing in concert. As word spread that she was gravely ill, Aretha's friends and fans called to say a little prayer for the Queen of Soul. Jerika Duncan, CBS News.
Here right now, a live look in Hollywood, California. People stopping by, putting flowers and mementos at Aretha Franklin's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There's even a crown to honor the Queen of Soul and different posters there. I Say a Little Prayer for You, the title of the song, and of course people saying prayers for her and her family after her passing. In New York, people are also honoring the woman whose voice could move a crowd to tears. CBS 2's Janelle Burrell takes us to Harlem for reaction.
Aretha Franklin meant so much to so many people, and here at the Apollo, they are honoring her by announcing her death here on the marquee. People have been stopping to reflect, mourning her death, but also celebrating her life. She was a legend here at the Apollo, performing here first in the 1960s and then a number of times over the course of her career to sell out crowds. People would line up here trying to get tickets to hear her perform, and when she did perform here at the Apollo, the famous marquee often said, "She's home." That's how much people here at the Apollo, people across the city, embraced her. And we've been talking with fans about her passing. Here's how some of them are remembering her.
I really can't think of a world without Aretha Franklin. To me, the greatest voice of last century or this century. She's our queen.
When I heard it, I just broke down in tears. She came, I got married around the year that I really started appreciating her music, and it really touched me to hear her leave us, because she's been such an icon and such a person that has been so instrumental in everybody's life.
The expression is the soundtrack of my life. Aretha was very much a part of my life growing up. Not just her R&B music, but also her gospel beginnings. She's truly a treasure, not just to her friends and her fans, but to her people. You know, she gave a lot, you know, and she will always be in our hearts.
She was a true legend and icon here in Harlem, across the country, and around the world. It's a tremendous loss certainly being felt here this afternoon. In Harlem, Janelle Burrell, CBS 2 News.
We'll have much more on the life and legacy of Aretha Franklin on CBSNewYork.com. You'll find tributes from all types of people, celebrities, former presidents, and a slideshow of pictures from Miss Franklin's life. An air quality alert is in effect in some parts of the tri-state area. Here's CBS 2's Vanessa Murdoch with the weather.
Well, good afternoon. High today of 91 is anticipated. We'll feel more like the mid-90s. Yes, we are under a heat advisory. Typically, we top out at 83 degrees. Above seasonable warmth today. The trend continues tomorrow. By the weekend, though, we do start to feel more comfortable out there, especially by Sunday with low humidity and low heat. As for this evening, sunset is at 7:53. That heat advisory is in effect today through tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. As for future feels like temps this afternoon, feeling like the low to mid 90s for many of us. As we head into the day tomorrow, you'll notice that it's a very similar story. High heat, high humidity, again feeling like the low to mid 90s for the city especially and immediately surrounding suburbs. If you are going to hit the beach today down the Jersey Shore, low 90s today. As far as across Long Island, Bayshore 89, Quag will top out at 88, and 89 will be the high in Katona. There is no wet weather in today's forecast, just sunshine and sizzling temperatures. If you're planning to sit poolside, expect to apply the sunscreen often, or at least I hope you will, because the burn time is a 20-minute interval. As far as rain goes, it's been an exceptionally wet August. 11 of 15 days have had rain. Rain chances moving forward look like this. Dry today, 40% chance of showers and storms tomorrow. It's a 30% chance on Saturday. Note the second half of your weekend and Monday, dry. For today, 91 degrees with lots of sunshine. Tomorrow, the story does change. So take a look. 91 feels like the mid-90s. Tomorrow, 86 with showers and storms through the afternoon and evening. Saturday, lingering chance for wet weather in 84. Low humidity, low heat, and enough sunshine, I think, to make you smile for Monday and Tuesday. Have a fantastic afternoon.
Thanks, Vanessa. Caught on camera, a woman attacked as she walked down a street in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Police are looking for the suspect who put the woman in a chokehold, knocked her to the ground, and then left with her backpack. It happened on August 8th, just before midnight on Bergen Street near Schenectady Avenue. The 34-year-old woman suffered some cuts and bruises. Again, police are still looking for the man. An 8-year-old boy says he's afraid of leaving his apartment after he was robbed on the way home from camp. Police say the surveillance video here shows the moments before the boy was jumped. You see a man call the child over, apparently asking for directions, but something seems to scare the child, and he darts off to his Bronx apartment. That's where the boy says the man pushed him to the ground and grabbed his phone. The boy made it to camp safely today and told CBS2, life is more important than an iPhone. A new dessert that's become very popular on social media is about to get banned in parts of Long Island. It's called Dragon's Breath, which is cereal dipped into liquid nitrogen. The nitrogen making those puffs of cereal just have dry ice smoke. That effect, when you eat the food, then the smoke comes out of your mouth. But liquid nitrogen can cause severe burns, frostbite, and tissue damage. Suffolk County Executive Steve Bellone has directed the Department of Health to ban the sale of Dragon's Breath to keep children away from those dangerous chemicals. Governor Cuomo is at the center of a political firestorm over comments he made yesterday at an event for the signing of a bill into law.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. We have not reached greatness.
Governor Cuomo said America will reach greatness when everyone has full equality. Cynthia Nixon, Cuomo's opponent in the Democratic race for governor, responded this morning to his comments.
Andrew Cuomo is struggling really hard to sound like a progressive. Obviously, the greatest thing about America has always been the promise of America, as being a place of freedom and opportunity for all.
President Trump tweeting last night, Andrew Cuomo having a total meltdown. Governor Cuomo will debate Cynthia Nixon Wednesday, August 29th at Hofstra University. You can watch it on CBS2 at 7 p.m. or watch the live stream on CBSNewYork.com. We will also simulcast the debate in Spanish on WLNY TV 1055. Parking for $1 sounds like a dream, and some Long Island commuters have been counting on that. They put it into their budgets, but now drivers worry that could change, and change soon. CBS 2's Hazel Sanchez has this one.
Commuters who live here in the Rosedale section of Queens say it's a deal to park in this lot and jump on the Long Island Railroad into the city. With a quarterly parking permit, the cost comes out to about $1 a day. But now the Department of Transportation is proposing to eliminate the permits and raise the parking cost nearly 700%. Today, local commuters, led by City Council member Donovan Richards, rallied at the west parking lot located next to the Rosedale Long Island Railroad station on Francis Lewis Boulevard and North Conduit Avenue. They're demanding the DOT reconsider its plan to eliminate the parking permit and instead charge drivers $8 for 14-hour parking. Residents say the hike came without any warning.
They did so without any real input from the community, and we're not going to stand for it.
People work, they have children in daycare. We need to make sure we're giving enough advance notice to people so that they can budget and prepare themselves for massive increases like this.
We reached out to the Department of Transportation and are still waiting for its response. In Rosedale, Queens, Hazel Sanchez, CBS 2 News.
An incredible announcement from the NYU School of Medicine. They are now tuition-free. The school says current and future medical students will be awarded full tuition scholarships, regardless of need or merit. The scholarship covers a yearly cost of $55,018. The school says it wanted to reduce the amount of debt students are saddled with after medical school. The move was made possible because of donations from more than 2,000 trustees, alumni, and others who gave to the NYU School of Medicine. A special anniversary at the USS Intrepid. Today marks 75 years since it was commissioned. A special ceremony was held today at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum on Manhattan's West Side. More than 300 former Intrepid crew members are back on board the famous World War II aircraft carrier. The Intrepid was decommissioned in 1974 and opened to the public 8 years later as a museum. And in 1986, the Intrepid was declared a National Historic Landmark. The celebrations will continue through Sunday. That's your CBS 2 update. I'm Dana Tyler. You can stay with us all day at CBSNewYork.com, also on our Twitter and Facebook pages at CBS New York. And, of course, television. CBS 2 News at 6. That's when I'll see you. Have a good day.